China's President Xi yesterday threatened Donald Trump and the United States of America in front of the entire world, and Donald Trump was not intelligent enough to understand what happened. Now, Xi probably knew Trump would not understand, but Xi's statement, and we'll get into that in a minute, but President Xi's statement was not necessarily for Trump, but for the world to know that China is taking over. And that is to say, China will be the dominant world power militarily and economically, and that China will be the new primary source to bring economic, diplomatic, and other relief to the world, literally replacing America's role as the world leader in international affairs. So what did China's President Xi Jinping say directly to Donald Trump during their meeting in Beijing yesterday that went directly over Trump's head, and that Xi actually did not want Trump to understand in the immediate? President Xi said this to Trump face to face, quote, "Can China and the United States overcome the Thucydides Trap and create a new paradigm of major country relations?" End quote. Now the keywords are the Thucydides Trap. Trump had no idea what that meant, but Trump did understand when Xi said, "Can we create a new paradigm of major country relations?" Trump was satisfied because that sounded positive. It was flowery and simple language that Trump can understand. And I'm going to explain to you what the Thucydides Trap is in just a moment, because what President Xi did to Trump was brilliant for a couple of reasons. Then Xi continued, quote, "Can we meet global challenges together and provide more stability for the world?" End quote. Positive, flowery stuff. Donald Trump understands that simple language. Xi went on to say, quote, "Can we, in the interest of the well-being of our two peoples and the future of humanity, build a brighter future together for our bilateral relations, end quote." And Donald Trump understood all that flowery, simple language. And I'll tell you, Trump's response, but I have to say that I have never seen a world leader openly mocked, belittled, and abused on the world stage with such superior intelligence and maneuvering like Trump was treated yesterday by President Xi. Now briefly, the Thucydides Trap was named after an ancient Greek historian who recognized that with or without intending to do so, a rising economic, military, and political power, such as China in this case, basically threatens the position and standing of the dominant or a dominant and even possibly diminishing power such as the United States, resulting in escalation and war, among other things. So Xi is saying, we are the rising power, Trump. So in your insecurity, don't fall into the Thucydides Trap. And how Trump responded clearly shows he didn't understand as the world watched Xi put Trump in his place. Because if Trump understood, he would have had a tantrum. Instead, Trump said, quote, "It's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend. And the relationship between China and the U.S. is going to be better than ever before." Quote, "You're a great leader. I say it to everybody. You're a great leader." End quote. Now, Xi did not care if Donald Trump understood it or not. But Xi's preference was, in order to avoid public conflict, that Trump did not understand it. Xi was literally intending that Trump not understand because Xi believes Trump is not intelligent. The statement was for world leaders to hear, despite what Trump understood. In fact, I believe it was stated by Xi in the manner which it was, meaning using the term Thucydides, so Trump would hear everything else without any knowledge about the fact that Xi was saying China is taking over on the world stage and that China expects the U.S. to accept its decreasing role in world affairs. And it worked. It made it look exactly like Trump was actually agreeing with him that China is taking America's place as the world leader in global affairs. People, Donald Trump is incompetent. He's destroyed our economy. He's destroying our military and national security agencies by firing our top officials in leadership posts. He's gutting and destroying our federal agencies and the benefits we receive from those agencies. He's destroying our health care. He's turned ICE on America and increased race relation hostilities. And most important, perhaps in this context, he has destroyed relations with our allies, including NATO, the greatest alliance the world had ever seen. And China has watched Trump single-handedly do it all to America himself. This is America News Trust. I'm Steele Black. Please subscribe, like, comment, and hit the bell for updates.